still remains in second position. Davey Allison, the leader. Mark Martin running in second position. Mark, of course, won Richmond earlier this year. He finished second at Darlington last week. He was fifth at Atlanta. Meanwhile, here comes Sterling Marlin closing in on Mark Martin.
Well, he knows he's got to get by Davey Allison soon, because he can't start making those, trying to dive on the inside of Davey Allison very soon. When he does, Sterling Marlin will drive up on the outside of him.
And Ricky Rudd right there too.
Yep, they're going to take the position away from him. So what do you do in this situation? Do you just stay there?
No, you try everything that you can, but it might be too late, as Benny says, because those cars have caught him right now.
The first four cars right together, nose to tail. Allison, Martin, Marlin, Rudd. 10 laps to go, less than 10 laps to go.
Wow, it is nail biting time. Here comes Mark on the inside. Come on, Sterling. We can do it.
Here's
Ricky Rudd on the inside.
Yes, couldn't make it. Oh, and Mark Martin a little sideways there coming off the second corner, but he holds on to second position. Laps to go.
Tell you what, Dave Allison runs his groove. It's going to be awfully hard for these guys to get by. We've never seen any evidence where Mark Martin would go up and tap somebody. I think if he does happen to hit Dave, it will be strictly by accident.
Coming down, 6 more laps to go of Bristol International Raceway. Davey Allison leads. He's going to be approaching some slower traffic here in a moment, but he'll quickly dispense of Phil Parsons at number 33.
Phil just moves over.
Here's Rudd on the inside of Marlin.
That won't work.
He's going to have to get off the accelerator, because he was about to be the meat in a sandwich there.
Looks like traffic might be an advantage to Davey Allison, because that's going to keep anybody from diving inside of him. He'll use them strictly as a pick. Rudd once again trying the inside of Sterling Marlin, not able to do it again.
4 more laps to go. 4 to go. Don't go away. Any one of these 4 cars can pull off the victory.
They'll all dive. Oh, here's Sterling Marlin. Look at this.
On the inside of Mark Martin, trying to take away second position. He can't make it work either. He had a good run on Mark, but couldn't make it stick. And now Ricky Rudd tries to move to the outside of Sterling Marlin, but that won't work.
Now he looks on the inside. That won't work either.
They come down, and there'll be 2 laps to go. Rudd bumping Sterling Marlin. 2 more laps to go. Next time, they'll get the white flag. The choo-choo train continues. It isn't a drafting train like we'll see at Talladega in May. Now here's Marlin getting a little bit sideways again, and Rudd looking, but nope, the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Let's see what happens on the last lap. Again, it is Davey Allison.
Oh, Sterling Marlin
spins off of corner number 2. Sterling Marlin spins down the backstretch. Here comes Mark Martin trying to make a move off of corner number 4. It's a drag race.
Wow.
I don't know. A photo finish. I think Davey Allison won, but I wouldn't say for sure.
I agree. I think he had him by about 3 or 4 inches, but I mean,
wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. Why are those guys jumping up and down, though? They don't know they won.
That had to be one of the closest, if not the closest finish in NASCAR Winston Cup history. We don't know who won. I think Davey Allison did, but it wasn't by more than 1, 2, maybe 3 inches over Mark Martin.
I think both those guys ought to go to victory lane.
Well, NASCAR, of course, has a camera at the start-finish line, so we'll see.
Let's go to Dick Bergman, who's with Robert Yates.
Well, what did Davey Allison tell you? Who won the race?
Yeah, we're just real happy about this. That Texaco Havoline Ford Thunderbird is great.
You were advertising for a pit crew member. You wanted a crew chief, but you guys, somebody made the decision that you weren't going to pit on that last round. Who did it?
Well, just all the guys that just got together, Tom Eric and Terry and Philip and all the guys, you know, they said stay out, all of them. And, you know, we're a little disadvantaged pitting over here, but the tire was so good you could about run the whole race on them. and there was just, really wasn't any sense in changing. We had enough fuel to make the distance, and we made the right decision.
Well, while we were talking, right behind us, Ricky Rudd and Sterling Marlin were having quite a to-do. Bob Jenkins, you see what they were doing back there?
Well, everybody was pushing and shoving on the last lap. Here is a replay of the finish, and look at how close it is when they cross the line. Yep, there is a replay of Rudd and Sterling Marlin.
Rudd touched Sterling Marlin. That's why he spun. Ricky Rudd touched the left rear of Sterling's car. Around he goes. And he comes down, hits the inside retaining wall. Not hard, but he did hit it. And then,
while that was happening,
while that was going on, there's Sterling Marlin.
There you can see Sterling, who is not happy with the situation that developed there on the last lap out of the second corner.
He's going down to try to have a word with Ricky Rudd. That's not very smart, Sterling.
Sterling is looking for Ricky to have a word or two with him. But racing is racing, and
well, when you get to the short tracks, Bob,
you
never know what to expect.
That's right. Sterling has gone inside of Rudd's hauler. Here's the last lap. The sequence of events that led to this exciting finish. Now we're about to see the spin here in turn number 2 involving Marlin and Rudd.
Yep, Rudd just clips him just a little bit. I think Sterling was a little bit out of shape as he started off of that turn.
Meanwhile, off of corner number 4, Mark Martin makes the final dash to the checkered flag, and he ends up that short by about 3 or 4 inches. And Davey Allison wins. Whew, boy, what an exciting finish. Well, back at Bristol International Raceway, where the Valleydale Meets 500 is over, we go to our road handler winner's circle interview. Here is Dick Berggren.
Well, Davey Allison, that was quite a last lap.
Well, I'll tell you, Dick, Mark made a strong charge at me. He was on fresher tires than I was. I knew he was, and I tried to stay right where he needed to be. He still made a strong charge, and I don't think you can get any closer than that. But got to give all the credit to these guys here, because they've worked their tails off for me, and they've given me everything I've asked for, and here we are in victory lane.
Well, Waltrip also made a strong run at you for a long, long while.
Well, I think he thought I'd slip sooner or later, but my car was working perfect there at the end, and we picked up a little vibration in the right front. I could feel it chattering across the pavement, but I just hung on and stayed right in my groove, and they couldn't do anything from there.
Well, race fans all over America say you can't win from a back pit. Now, when this thing started today, did you think that?
Well, we knew we were going to have to play our cards right, and our car ran better on old tires than it did on new tires, so we elected on that last caution not to pit. We gambled, it paid off.
Well, Davey Allison, very happy in victory lane. This does turn around a tough year.
I'll tell you, we started off really bad, but with the third place last week and a win this week, I don't think you can ask for any better turnaround than that. Now we just got to keep it going.
Davey Allison happy in victory lane. Meanwhile, Jerry Punch has caught up with Sterling Marlin. Jerry?
There may be jubilation where you are, but there is frustration here with Sterling Marlin. And Sterling, that last lap was a little bit exciting. What happened out there?
Well, he just spun me out. I had the courtesy to not spin Mark out. I got up under him one time and got out of gas, keep wrecking him, and I thought he'd have the same thing for me. Evidently it didn't. So, turnabout's fair play. I had a little discussion with him after the race. I think he knows, he knows what I meant.
So you went in the truck and had a little talk with Ricky Rudd. It was a one-groove track most of the day, it looked like.
It was. It's you got to have a lot of patience here, and his counterman and restrictor plate motors just had to run high, and you couldn't run a low lick, and the snow cold just worked great all day, and I took my time, and wanted to get in position to win a race, and had run them guys down, and then that happened. So that really adds to the frustration right there.
It has been a frustrating day for Sterling Marlin. A tough afternoon after running with the leaders all day. He comes up short on the final lap. It is over here at Bristol, Tennessee, and Davey Allison is in victory lane.